But you're going to quiz me.
Right, yeah.
Oh, this is mean.
It's a bit mean, but I'm going to try and be quick. So they're not exactly extremes, otherwise this will get very boring. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold up some pictures, and I'm going to hold up some beetroot and some sweet corn. So which one do you think's got the most sugar?
I'm going to guess sweet corn because it says sweet.
Because it says sweet. No, it's the beetroot. And I can give you the answers. The sweet corn has roughly, this is all per 100 grams. So 100 grams of sweet corn, 6 grams of sugar. 100 grams of beetroot, 8 grams of sugar.
Ooh.
Now, anybody that can eat 100 grams of beetroot, hey, that would only turn your teeth slightly purple. We got carrots and we've got strawberries.
Well, I've got to say strawberries.
Easy one, isn't it? No, carrots have got about 2 grams more sugar than strawberries.
I'm quite shocked by that.
Yeah, you'd think that because it's kind of, ooh. Then we've got a pumpkin and we've got some celery.
Topical. Okay, I'm going to go curveball and say celery then.
Celery, yes. Now, celery's got less sugar than pumpkin. So if you were going for that one, it's a good one. Celery's only 1 gram. Pumpkin has actually got 3.
Oh, that's quite a lot as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Now we're going to breakfast. Now, you said about honey.
Yes.
So sugars, I'll jump in quick. Jam, full of sugar. Preserves, full of sugar. Honey, if you ever leave honey for a while, you can see the crystals of sugar coming out. So there is sugar in honey, but again, it's that type of sugar that's there. So while it's not good for your teeth, honey's better than jam.
Yeah, it's interesting because Jay messaged in and said that Jay had heard that honey was good for your teeth. So it's not good for your teeth.
Not good for the teeth, but not as bad as some of the other things. The other way of thinking about it is the stickier it is and the worse it is for your teeth. I'll go through the tips in a second and I'll give you some things there. But the next two. So we've got All Bran and we've got the worst one that I could find, so I've given you the answer to that one, was Jordan's. And it's the granola sort of crunch. Now,
you think that granola is going to be good for you.
Per 100 grams in granola crunch, quick guess out of 100 grams, how many grams of sugar do you think there is in that?
8.
30. 30.
That's
30.
awful.
Terrible. Bananas and apples.
And then if you put yogurt on it as well, that's going to get even worse.
Which one's got more, banana or apple?
Banana.
Banana is right. Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Which is one that always gets away. Now, these are the healthy ones, you think. So we've got Actimel, which is the kind of healthy yogurt drink. And then I've just picked a kind of Greek yogurt there.
I'm going to say the better one for you is probably the Greek yogurt.
Yeah, it is. Now, yogurts range from about 5 grams to about 15 grams per 100, whereas Actimel has about 12 grams of sugar in 100 mils.
Okay, quick question for you. Actimel and things like that, other drink, you tend to drink it. So does that mean it's not going to get as much around your mouth and on your teeth because actually you're just sort of drinking it down?
If you drink it with a straw, then yes.
Okay.
But if you drink it in your mouth, the other problem with Actimels are they contain L-casei immutans. Mm-hmm. Now, that's quite good for your tummy. But unfortunately, L-casei is one of the nasty bugs in your mouth that causes tooth decay. So you kind of don't really want that. But yeah, if you drink it with a straw or drink it really quick, because it's a small shot and you can go down that way. That's not too bad.
Well, so we've got one more and then we'll do some hints and tips.
Okay.
Oh, now this is the big one. I put this on our Facebook page. Ketchup versus HP sauce. Ooh. I'm going to say ketchup tastes a bit sweeter, tomato ketchup.
You reckon ketchup?
Yeah.
Do you know there's no difference?
That's interesting. So basically, both ketchups are bad.
Well, no, both ketchups have sugar, but people assume that because it's savoury, it's not as bad for you. And so that's one of the things there. A couple of quick things that, rather than the quiz side of things, I found baked beans, okay?
Yeah.
And you've got baked beans and you've got organic baked beans. Now, I figured organic baked beans have got to be better for you.
You think so, yeah?
No, organic baked beans actually have slightly more sugar than the normal baked beans.
No.
I can't work out why. But that's it. Beer and wine.
Oh, yes, that's a good one.
Now, this is an important one because beer and wine. And it's probably a bit topical with what's going on at the moment. So beer and wine. Which one do you think is worse?
I reckon beer.
You reckon beer? No, it's wine.
Oh, that's not
Unlucky.
fair.
Because beer, the sugar turns to alcohol. So it's all fermented away. So roughly in 100 mils of wine, there's, I think, 1 gram of sugar. In 100 mils of beer, there are no grams of sugar.
So beer is better
beer
for
is better.
you.
But non-alcoholic beer. I thought, that's got to be great. Non-alcoholic beer. No alcohol, no sugar. No, non-alcoholic beer actually has up to 3 teaspoons of sugar per 300 ml bottle.
That's a lot.
So it's a bit naughty, that one, yeah.
It is very naughty.
So they've taken the alcohol out, or they haven't taken the alcohol out, but they've put sugar in instead to flavour it up.
So be aware of that. Okay, so what can we do then? Because, of course, we're not just going to stop eating and drinking these things.
No, of
so
course
how
not.
can we look after our teeth?
Right, so again, it's that everything in moderation, all right? So maybe avoid the little and often. We also want to watch what we are and aren't sort of doing. Try look for the sort of sugar-free alternatives if we can. You want to also remember it's all about timing and it's all about the right kind of snacks. So maybe there isn't a perfect snack, but if you can snack on celery, carrots, sort of not necessarily really sweet apples, but not really, really, really sour apples, cheese, things like that. Because cheese is fairly safe because it's got calcium in, it's got milks in, it'll neutralise the pH. Sugar-free gum's good. Again, sugar-free boiled sweets. You've got to make sure that you're not having too much of those because that can have a laxative effect, so we don't want that either. Oat cakes that aren't full of sugar. And again, if you make things yourselves, although the hidden sugars might be there, but they're going to be the natural sugars that are harder for the bacteria in your mouth to turn to acid. Mm-hmm. So if you make things, you know yourself, if the recipe says put in 10 spoonfuls of sugar, you can follow the recipe, but if you think, well, I'll try that just using half that or a quarter of that. If you can still, if you think, actually, it doesn't need 10 spoonfuls of sugar, that's great. So you can go down that route. So those sorts of things are safe.
And just one more quick question then, because it's something we touched on when we talked about dental hygiene last time. When should you brush your teeth? Because it feels like as soon as you eat something sweet, you should brush it off again.
Yeah. Now, again, that's the thing that... ideally, if you're really, 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 really good at cleaning your teeth, you could brush your teeth straight away. But what you've got to remember is if you've just had some sticky sweet and then you try and brush your teeth, if you miss bits, you actually push the sticky stuff all the way around and you're not getting rid of it. So ideally, the other problem is acid things. Acid things soften the enamel in your teeth. So you'd want to leave that for around about half an hour before you brush your teeth because the teeth might be slightly soft. With kids, they now recommend brushing their teeth kind of before breakfast rather than after breakfast because that way if they've had something acidic, it might soften the teeth. To be perfectly honest with you, if you're anything like my kids, if you can clean their teeth at breakfast at all before you try and get them in the car to get them to school, you've won. So whether you clean them before breakfast or after breakfast, just clean their teeth, get them in the car, get them to school, problem solved.
Brilliant. Parental advice as well. Thanks again, Mark from Abbey Dental. Just remind people how they can get hold of you if they want any more advice or appointments.
Yeah, we've got the telephone number, which is 823040, and the website will be, I can't remember it now. It's gone. I'm still thinking of.
You can find Abbey Dental on Facebook. Don't you worry.